everyone, welcome to Tiny Piano Club. I'm Becca.
I'm Heather.
As you know, we are in the middle of the electoral process in our country, and the caucuses just took place. So today we're going to be talking about the caucuses, our experience at the caucus, and our opinions on the future and potential of caucusing. A caucus is part of the electoral process in which the Democrats and the Republicans go to their separate places. They vote on who they want to be their representative in the upcoming election.
You go into this room and then you separate into groups based on where you live. You raise your hand for the candidate you want to vote for, and then they literally count you. I voted in a primary before in elections, but I've never been to a caucus before, and I never want to go again.
I was really excited going into it because it was my first caucus. I actually came from work because you had to get there at a very specific time. I showed up at 6 o'clock for the caucus, supposedly starting at 7.
I was at dinner with family and I raced over because they said the doors were closing at 7, which was not true. I stood in like a wrapped around line outside of the UMC, and it took me like 40 minutes to finally get into the room.
I got to the front of the line. They handed me a white piece of paper where I filled out my information and where I was from. And then they led me into a room where I waited for another 30 minutes for the caucus to begin as many more people filed in.
What time did you actually get to vote?
8:45,
Yeah,
I think.
8:45.
Yeah, because before voting, there's like all these speeches that have to happen and delegates that have to be chosen.
Yeah, like you have to choose like a counter and a delegate. Part of what a caucus is if you are undecided, the point of those speeches is to sway you one way or another. If I had been undecided,
it wouldn't have helped at all. Because they only got 2 minutes, and it seems like they weren't informed that they only had 2 minutes.
We stayed until around like 9 or 9:30.
Yeah, like 9:30.
It wasn't quick, and
It's not quick.
It sucked. And it took way too long. I felt trapped.
Yeah.
Essentially, like I had been taken hostage. Eventually, we got through it. We voted for the person we wanted to vote for.
Yes.
And we left. And we didn't partake in any of the other
voting. Because there's voting for other things besides
like
presidential.
Local elections.
I think they have the potential to bring people together and cause good conversation and make you aware of local candidates. It just wasn't executed properly.
It just seems like an outdated tradition to me. In theory, it's a good idea. You get to know your neighbors and you learn more about the candidates, and it's a more hands-on process.
I also feel like most people did come to the caucus knowing exactly who they were going to vote for. So if part of the reason we do the caucus is to like inform people about the candidates, like really how many people is that going to impact? I think just more planning in advance would be helpful because they were planning to start the caucus at 7, but registration started at 6:30, so I don't know how they expected to get thousands of people registered. Caucuses could still be special in that you get to communicate with people through having discussions beforehand, but I still think the actual voting process should be written. Colorado didn't do caucuses for 3 whole elections. They went back to primaries in 1992, and then we came back to caucuses last time because of budget cuts. I guess caucuses are cheaper than primaries. I don't understand why, though. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay in the loop. Bye!